Hi, YouTube world. I have not made a video in a few days because I've been super cranky and I need to try and get this video out because maybe I'll be less cranky. The videos have been therapeutic for me, and who knows, maybe someone will see it and think, oh, I'm not alone. I'm not going crazy, because it feels like I'm going crazy. Because for almost 10 years now, 10 years, that's a long time. It's almost a decade. For almost a decade, I have been telling people that Trump is a sexual predator. He has trafficked children with Epstein. He is really close with Epstein. 15-year friendship. Was even introduced to the wife by Epstein. Brought his sons, Eric and Don Jr., to Epstein. There's pictures, videos, Trump's own words about Epstein. He's a terrific guy, and he likes them on the younger side, like me. I'm paraphrasing, but that was basically the gist of it. And this is why I'm just so frustrated, because I keep seeing people say it's both sides. I don't know the list. Could Democrats be on the list? Yes. I have no idea. What I do know is that since 2019, the Democratic Women's Caucus, they requested that the House Oversight and Reform Judiciary Committees investigate Epstein. This was back in 2019. The representatives were Lois Frankel from Florida, Veronica Escobar from Texas, Jackie Speier. I could be pronouncing that wrong. It's Speier. She's from California. Brenda Lawrence, Michigan. A lot of women. Deb Haaland. Well, it is the Women's Caucus, but I couldn't find any stuff for men until later on. Deb Haaland from New Mexico. That was the women that were, they were insisting that the Epstein list and his death be investigated. This was back in 2019 under Trump. I'm also seeing a lot of people say that Epstein was caught, his trial, everything was under Biden, but that's not true. Oh, wait, no, he didn't have a trial because he's dead now. Or is he? I don't know. They took out that part of the video, so we don't know. But, sorry, I lost thought for a second. Right now, Democrats are forcing the issue because Elon made a post saying that Trump was in it. So House Democrats Jamie Raskin, Robert Garcia, and Stephen Lynch wrote a letter or a request or something to Pam Bondi that they want the list that's on her desk, because that's where she said it was. They want the list. They want it to be introduced to Congress. They want to see what's on it. So then the next day or a day or two or whatever, after she got the request to see it, she went and said it doesn't exist. But now it exists now, but it was made up by Obama, Hillary, and Biden, the usual suspects. And I think Comey and Brennan now too. It was basically made up to make Trump look bad. Now, I don't know if that means Epstein is also made up. I don't know if that means Maxwell is also made up. Does Maxwell now get released because the list that put her in jail, the evidence that put her in jail, doesn't exist anymore? I also wanted to say a quote that I saw on the internet, because I was researching politicians that want the Epstein list released. Now, there were some Republicans that posted online about it being released. But when it comes to Congress and actual actions on the floor, they're always blocking it to be released. So I don't think it's both sides right now. And again, if Democrats are on the list, lock them up too. Like, I'm not in a cult. I'm not defending either side. I think there's good and bad on both sides. I just think that one side has a lot more bad right now because there's a cult infesting it. But yeah, like I said, I wrote down this quote. It said, "These actions demonstrate continued Democratic interest in the Epstein case." It was all Democrats that were trying to force the release of this list. Now, a lot of people say, why didn't Biden release it? I don't know. Biden took over a mess. We were in a global pandemic, global inflation that was caused by the pandemic and those wonderful tariffs that no one seems to understand They're bad. Tariffs are bad. They don't help. They can help when they're done the right way, but that's a whole other topic. I want to stay focused on freaking Epstein because it's just ridiculous. The House and Senate was then taken over by Republicans after midterms, and their main focus wasn't the Epstein list. It was Hunter's laptop. Okay. And it was the Biden crime family. Which, this is funny, the only arrest that came from that investigation in the House was the whistleblower that was lying about the Biden crime family. How is it a Biden crime family? Is Biden a robot that was assassinated? Or no, the robot wasn't assassinated. Biden was assassinated and replaced by a robot. That's not an Onion article. That's what the President of the United States actually posted. All right, back to, my nose. Okay. Back to the Epstein list that will not be released under Trump because he's telling you guys, stop talking about it. He doesn't want to hear about it anymore. Now, if Democrats were on it, I bet he'd want to hear about it. But he is the star of the list because you know what? I don't think he was just a client. I think they were partners. I really do. I mean, Epstein and Maxwell introduced him to his wife, Melania. All the evidence, like you can see Epstein was a financer. So yes, he had business dealings with a lot of people. So you could see pictures of him with Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton might be on the list. I'm not defending him. He could be a dick and an asshole and a predator. I have no idea. I'm just saying it's very obvious that Trump is on it because he's the only one that you can make collages of all the pictures of him with Epstein and Maxwell. I don't think there's any other pictures with Maxwell with other people. This dude's the main star of the Epstein files. It's so obvious. Dude was flying around in Epstein's plane after Epstein died. Why are you in a sexual predator's plane? That's weird. Like, there's so many signs that Trump is a sexual predator. He buys beauty pageants so he can... Sorry, my camera is being annoying. All right, I might be crooked for the rest of this video. Oh, my nose is being annoying. Hold on a second. Okay, that seems... Am I straight? Okay. Anyways, he bought beauty pageants so he can inspect the dressing rooms. He can do whatever he wants. He was on hot mic saying, grab him by the... You could do whatever you want. He was found liable for sexual assault in court. He owes one of his victims $90 million? I don't know the exact amount. But he was found liable for sexual assault. He is on Howard Stern, all these interviews talking about how he wants to bang his daughter, how she's voluptuous. There are victims that said that was his type, little girls that looked like Ivanka. He's so disgusting, and there's so much evidence. There's so much evidence where, like, it doesn't work anymore. When you say that you don't support a sexual predator, but you voted for Trump, yeah, you support a sexual predator. You support a possible sex trafficker. You support someone that harmed women and children. And you don't care. You're just, like, acting like he's not a part of it. But he is. He's probably running the show. It's Trump. He has to be in charge, remember? Like, there's just so... People could write books. Oh, wait, they probably have. They write books, novels, that maybe like even as long as the Harry Potter series of all the things that he's done to women and children. He's a predator. Like, why aren't you guys waking up? A predator is running our country. I needed to vent that out because it's just so much. Like, where did common sense go? It's supposed to be common. Like, it's so obvious. Stop saying both sides because you really need to get out during midterms and start voting in the progressives because they're the ones that are just like us. You know, there are people that live regular jobs that are running. I mean, look at AOC. She was a waitress that was paying through law school. A lot of people that started out like us that are running either independently or through Democrats. Look for progressives that are wanting to represent what majority of Americans want. Because the Republican side is filled with billionaires that support harming children. Stop it. Stop supporting these people. They're evil. They're evil. We've watched them twice now block Ghislaine Maxwell testifying to Congress and blocking releasing the Epstein list that apparently doesn't exist. Like, it's just, oh, it's too much. Okay. I need to go meditate because it's just crazy. I am a survivor of sexual assault, and it's been hell living in this country. And I think more Americans are starting to understand why women don't speak up, because there's rarely ever any justice. I mean, can you imagine all the victims of Trump having to deal with him running their country? It's exhausting, and it's soul crushing to see how many people are like, it's just rape. Who cares? It's heartbreaking. It really is. So stay safe out there and be kind, because you never know. People are going crazy on the inside and feeling very, very lost because this country's getting really weird. All right. Bye.